Welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle, and I'm wearing my see-through shirt for all of you today. We are going to be talking about the one and only, folks, Dfinity Internet Computer Ecosystem news and charts. I've got some crazy stuff happening in the next couple months. You guys remember when I dug up all that dirt on Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX? That was well over a year ago. Guess who didn't stop digging? And guess who's kept their mouth shut as they dug? Me. And guess what? It is really, I've come to some interesting crossroads that nobody else knows, especially when it comes down to this whole sabotage of the internet computer. And I'm going to be meeting up with a very dark entity, and this whole thing is super shady. I think that it's going to get interesting. Don't know who this person is, but I found them. And I've been able to contact these people. And possibly I will release information in the form of an interview because they have come forward and said, I would like to tell my side of the story. So it's going to be a full confidential meeting. I'm meeting this dark entity on their own terms. Everything seems to be going through. It's going to happen within the next 2 months. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm going to get a random ping, and basically the whole interview is going to be on. Kind of scary, to be honest with you. But let's dive right into Dfinity, folks. Exciting prospects lie ahead for Ethereum DeFi with the advent of ICP's chain key cryptography. ERC-20 tokens will power gasless token swaps, unlocking a new era of seamless transaction. Now, folks, one thing that we all hate about Ethereum, and of course there's a billion coins built on top of Ethereum that kind of help with gas fees and stuff like that. But nothing really solves the issue of moving ETH without the gas fees and chain congestion and all this time it takes to wait for your transaction to go through. It's annoying. So what Dfinity has done is they have created ERC-20, which is basically going to operate on the Internet Computer blockchain, and it is going to control native Ethereum on the Ethereum blockchain. So it's quite interesting, this stuff. It's kind of what we saw with CKBTC. So I'm very bullish on that. And one thing that I pointed out in a tweet a couple days ago was that ICP is currently handling some of the largest volumes that any chain has ever seen, with an equivalent of 207,000 Ethereum-based transactions. So this is very bullish. I'm very bullish on Dfinity and the Internet Computer because guess what? They have constructed a super monster powerhouse machine that is just capable of anything pretty much. Got another tweet out of the one and only, folks, Dfinity. Real Metaphoro aims to deploy the front end of a Web3 forum system on the Internet Computer. So what does that mean? Well, I think that they are going to be developing a Web3 style forum. So this is a forum system. So I'm not sure if this is going to be like a GitHub or if this is going to be some sort of accelerator that helps people launch websites and things like that on the IC. So we'll have to do a little bit more digging into that. But I just wanted to reiterate, folks, that there is still $5 million worth of grants to support decentralized AI on the Internet Computer. I think Dfinity is doing an awesome job at really capturing the moment, especially when we talk about ChatGPT. I asked it a simple question. Are you centralized? Yes, I am a centralized AI model. I operate based on the GPT 3.5 architecture developed by OpenAI. My responses are generated from a central server. That pretty much tells you all you need to know. But one thing that I've got beef with ChatGPT is, guess what? They last updated this puppy in September of 2021. Now, I know Dominic Williams and the folks over at Dfinity are some smart people that could probably create something just like ChatGPT and just open that thing up indefinitely to like within a week of collecting data. So I do think that ChatGPT is doing the world a disservice by delaying information years and years. Proof of GitHub, this is kind of a little bit older, but it was the last Proof of GitHub tweet from @Proof of GitHub. We can see that a lot of these tokens have been heavily developed on in the bear market. At the time of this post in June, it looks like Cardano, Polkadot were kind of in the fight for first and second place. But here's Internet Computer. Guess what? It's blowing out of the water all of these other chains. Top 10 daily GitHub activity. So that is always good to see. And we often see the Internet Computer folks in first to fourth place at any given week for the last few years. A lot of these chains come and go. Internet Computer has been here for a few years. Now, the market is absolutely bloodshed. It looks like Friday the 13th. And guess what, folks? It's only Wednesday. So put your big boy pants on and let's look at the charts. We're not going to get scared. We're not going to get panicked. I can't control what you do, but let's look at things because this looks pretty janky to me. So I'm not really seeing Internet Computer on this list. It's been kind of trading sideways. And let's just kind of look at the charts. So the last time I did some TA, one thing that I was hoping, and it still could happen, folks, but I'm just not feeling it right now. But I was hoping we would get this ascending triangle to really start ripping off to the upside. And it's been about, I don't know, a week, 10 days. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to make more videos. I feel like the more I make, the less views I get. And then if I wait a week, then the views pile in. I don't know. So we've got this nice trend line that I drew 10 days ago or whatever. And it does look like price action has fallen underneath this Ichimoku cloud, which is not what I wanted to see. And it does look like price action has come back for a retest and it has been rejected. So, I mean, right now there is almost like a new symmetrical triangle squeeze that is kind of happening. And I could almost make the argument that we could possibly be seeing some sort of descending triangle because we kind of have this floor where the lows are kind of in the same area. And we are kind of seeing these highs. You can see this. These highs are kind of getting lower. So by default, we may have a little bitty of a descending triangle. I am optimistic that there is still some heavy buying pressure at this $3.93-ish level. And if that continues and the markets turn bullish, man, this price action, which we can really relax until about August 23rd, somewhere in there. And then if we don't get past this thick part of the Ichimoku cloud, we're going to see price action avoid it. My opinion, not financial or trading advice. But there is some good opportunity from now until, I would say, early September for price action to get its act into gear and get above this Ichimoku cloud on this daily chart. And right now, there's just not much to talk about. We've been trading sideways now for the last 2 weeks. It's kind of annoying. So that's another reason why I haven't been making as many videos. Is it just is what it is. So we've got this magnificent on the weekly. We've got a very, almost textbook symmetrical triangle squeeze at this point in time. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. I'm hoping we don't see this thing drop any further. Otherwise, I think we could be seeing the $3.50 level. But I'm hoping that we've got basically 6 or 7 weeks of spinning tops where the bulls and bears are just really hammering at each other. And I'm just waiting for the day that we see price action rip up to meet this 50 moving average on the weekly. Because guess what? On the weekly, folks, even going into December, January of next year, I'm super bullish on ICP. And, that might seem like a long time, the next 5 to 6 months. But guess what? We've got super thin Ichimoku clouds on the weekly. ICP has never been on top of the Ichimoku cloud on the weekly. So that's something to be hella bullish about, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't already, subscribe. And guess what? Hit that like button because it shows me some support, gives me motivation to do these videos. And here's a chance for you to win 50 ICP. All you've got to do, folks, is join my group on Trade Tank. I'll leave a link in the description in the pinned comment. It's basically a trading group on Open Chat. And we talk about trading and things like that. I haven't been on there. I've been doing a lot of traveling, folks. I just haven't had the time to tune in. But once that group hits 500 members, 50 ICP will randomly be given to one member. Maybe we'll split it up into 25 ICP and give 2 25 pots out. So love you all. We'll see you guys on the next video.